Today on Weekly Wire, we hang out with celebrities in Woodbury over Super Bowl weekend.
Jump into freezing water with local firefighters.
And meet a Cottage Grove man who believes in giving back. Hello, I'm Ann Schweisguth.
And I'm Justin Atkinson. Those stories and more coming up on today's show, which has a new look, by the way. That's right. New logo, new graphics, new feel. But the same great local South Washington County stories.
That's right, which looks like you have the first story, Justin.
I do. Well, Monday, February 12th is Election Day for Minnesota's Senate District 54, which means residents in Cottage Grove, St. Paul Park, Newport, South St. Paul, Afton, Hastings, and Gray Cloud Island will be heading to the polls. Polls open at 7 a.m. and stay open until 8 p.m. You can find your polling location on the Secretary of State's website. There are 3 candidates running for the open seat in the special election.
Well, a little thing called the Super Bowl came to Minnesota last weekend. You may have heard of it.
You may have also heard that pre-Super Bowl activities made their way to Woodbury last week.
Football legends Doug Flutie, Andre Reed, and Ron Jaworski were among those at the Healthy Sports Center.
We decided to pick Woodbury. It's known for its community, its closeness, its family, its appeal, its youth sports, and so we thought we'd do something here where the families can, bring their kids, make it affordable. Ticket sales go and support the military. So really, it's just a day of fun for the families.
I grew up in Buffalo, New York, so I was used to cold weather, used to ice, used to snow. Never had a magnificent facility like this. This is awesome.
Blue team's gonna call it.
Right.
Why?
You ready?
Okay. We said screw it up. Heads. Don't screw up. Tails.
Oh, sorry.
Basically, Doug Flutie's game. He's only missed 1 year because of a broadcasting conflict, but every year he challenges a different NFL current or alumni quarterback. This year he's challenging Michael Vick.
I like the play. I just like the play, and it's just fun. I don't know. The one we threw the game for a good reason.
Okay, we'll go with that.
We'll just leave it there.
All right, this is the first year that Andre Reed is playing with us too. He used to play with Doug Flutie back in Buffalo, so he was super excited, huge military supporter as well.
The last time I was on a football field playing was, I retired 17 years ago.
There's a catch for Andre Reed.
I played in little things like this, but you always have that fire in you. Once you get on something you've been doing for a while, regardless, you kind of brings back memories.
Yeah, he's going to be like...
It's good to see a lot of my NFL brethren here and having fun. But we all realize we're doing this for the veterans, bringing attention to the job that they've done throughout their lives so we can do what we do, basically have fun. So we are deeply indebted to the veteran players that are involved.
That's illegal, man. That's too far.
Full coverage of the event will be showcased on the next Woodbury City Style show.
City Style airs daily on Channel 18 at 10 p.m.
A unique opportunity is coming to the Dodge Nature Center in Cottage Grove. The nonprofit organization will be teaching beekeeping this summer. Dodge staff will guide you through the process all the way to harvesting honey at the end of summer. You get a colony of bees from California and equipment to work your hive. The cost is $650 for the experience, and you must sign up by the beginning of March.
The City of Woodbury is planning on expanding the Public Works and Parks maintenance buildings on Tower Drive. The proposed project will involve replacing the 50-year-old Parks building with a new facility that will house the city's service vehicles and the Fleet Services Division. The plan will also add 53,000 square feet to the existing Public Works building. The public is invited to learn more about the project during an open house on February 20th at Eagle Valley Golf Course from 6:30 to 8 p.m.
Crafters and vendors will be setting up shop at the River Oaks Event Center on February 24th. Booths will include 31 bags, wool mittens, children's books, and more. Doors will be open from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Local firefighters recently got together to practice their skills on an icy lake.
This day was very special for the new firefighters of the Cottage Grove Fire Department. They did something out of the ordinary by driving south to Hastings to tackle the waters on Rebecca Lake. The Cottage Grove Fire Department came here to do an ice rescue training. They make sure they do this at least once a year in case of an incident.
My name's Mike. Nice to meet you, man.
Mike, Kyle, and Sam are recent additions to the department. They've done many trainings, but nothing like this.
Going out with a pole, getting them to grab it, coach them through kicking as we're pulling.
There was 3 techniques we learned, one with a pike pole, reaching it out.
You think you can give me a little help here? All right, try and grab onto that. I'm gonna pull you out, and I want you to kick your feet, okay?
Having them assist you.
Kick, 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 kick.
Very good. And then there was another one with the modified pool noodle.
All right, buddy. Coming right up.
And then our final scenario was going out and actually hooking a rope around their shoulders and getting in the water with them and trying to help guide them out. Hook you up here, sir. I guess that scenario is more for the unconscious patient or the more hyperthermic patient.
You good?
Yeah.
Once he's good, then give him the haul.
Oh!
We all know the terminology, the knots we need. Everyone's on the same page.
After watching everyone go in, I myself, the cameraman, had an opportunity to jump in and experience what the firefighters went through.
He's gonna assist you out there, okay?
Okay.
And if you do this, okay, then you're on your back. You kind of gotta.
Oh boy.
In the end, I had fun, and it was a great experience for everyone.
Something I probably won't forget, and I'll try to improve on as much as I can.
It was a thrill, definitely a thrill. Getting to go jump in a lake that's this cold this time of year is not something that I've ever done, so definitely very exciting.
You don't live every day expecting to start swimming in with these conditions, but with those suits, I mean, it makes it enjoyable almost, so it's a good experience.
Oh yeah.
The department trained in Hastings because the conditions there were safer for the new firefighters.
The Cottage Grove Ice Arena will be holding Hockey Fest on February 17th from 8 until 6 p.m. This event is a fundraiser for the boys and girls hockey programs. There will be food, games, a silent auction, plus special appearances from Goldie the Gopher, Nordy from the Minnesota Wild, and former Wild hockey player Wes Walls. Hockey Fest is free for everyone to attend.
If you're between the ages of 9 and 14 and want to brush up on your hockey skills, then mark February 19th on your calendar. The 12th annual Hockey Skills Competition will be taking place at the Cottage Grove Ice Arena at 9 a.m. Prizes are awarded for fastest skater, shooting accuracy, and more. Cost is $12 per skater and $5 per goalie. You can register at the Ice Arena on the day of the event. There are thousands of volunteers that help out in South Washington County.
We recently spent time with one who has lived in Cottage Grove for 50 years and has his own definition of giving back.
Well, volunteering to me would be a form of philanthropy. I remember reading a book a few years back, and the opening statement that started the chapter and didn't have any attribution. A philanthropist is anyone, so you don't have to be a somebody, just anyone who gives anything. And of course, anything is your time, your talent, your skills, your network, your know-how, in any amount to create a better world. And I have found that probably a good definition of maybe the idea of volunteering and service.
But what does being a philanthropist mean to volunteering?
It means taking the skills that I've enjoyed all these years. When you think about the 6 careers I've had, there's been a common element, and it has to do with issues of training or teaching. And so I sort of take that same notion and try to apply it through helping people better understand, a goal or achieve a goal, or to see how what they do makes a difference.
Joe and his wife Kathy have lived in Cottage Grove for almost 50 years. They've raised 2 children. Joe ran a consulting firm out of his home for over 15 years. Now, with his professional life winding down, Joe was looking for a way to give back to the community. He studied the needs of the city and how his skills could help the community.
My involvement in the city was the program My Future Cottage Grove. and enjoyed that. I felt if I was going to give anything, it'd be my teaching talent and to be used in that kind of environment.
With all the accomplishments and success in his life, what does the future hold?
Future for me? Well, I hope a long and prosperous life as we continue here, and the same for my wife and children and family. But I will continue to work in in one city commission or project or another, because I've enjoyed the opportunities to date. I think it's just an opportunity to give back. I couldn't do it before in terms of time and career, but my point is that sometimes these things are generational, and when there's a little more time and the opportunity is there, that's kind of what I intend to continue doing.
If you'd like to volunteer for a city commission in Cottage Grove like Joe, simply contact City Hall.
You can also find out more information on the city's website.
On February 17th, Central Park in Woodbury will be going to the dogs and other furry friends. The Central Park Pet Expo will be happening from 10:30 until 2 p.m. Organizations and vendors will be on hand to talk about all things animal. All are welcome to stop by this free event. Now here's a quick look at some upcoming events happening around South Washington County you might want to check out. Well, Justin, you know, we've been doing Weekly Wire now for over 7 years, and over the years the show's kind of evolved. We've had different sets and different looks, and we've kind of done a little refresher for 2018.
That's right. It's always good to reinvent yourself every few years, and we've got some new, you can see on the screen in front of us there's a nice picture, got some new graphics behind us.
New graphics on the screen throughout the show.
That's right. We got some new music, which our administrator here was the composer of, so we got some original music.
Nice original music. We have some different ideas for 2018, some different stories, some different segments you'll be seeing. So we're excited to kind of bring that all to you this year.
Yeah, whole new look, whole new kind of direction.
All right, keep watching. We'll see you next week.